are the future of American gymnastics. Young and talented, these junior division gymnasts from around the country have migrated to Rochester, New York to compete in the Women's U.S. Classic Gymnastics Championships. The top 14 all-around finishers will advance to the United States Championships in Nashville, Tennessee. Who will go? Find out next. CN8 Sports presents the 2004 U.S. Classic Gymnastics Championships from Rochester, New York in the Blue Cross Arena. Today, the junior division. Hello, everyone. I'm Lou Tilley, joined again by American champion Bart Connor. And Bart, we head towards another Olympic Games. Now, these that we'll see in the junior division won't be eligible for this year in Athens. But we may be seeing the stars of tomorrow tonight. Yeah, they're junior gymnasts, but they're no way near junior in quality. We're going to see as good a gymnastics as you'll see at the Olympic level, but these young ladies are between 11 years of age and 15 years of age, so they're just too young to make the cutoff point, which is normally 16 years of age to qualify for the Olympic team in that year. So we're going to see fantastic gymnastics from some exciting young ladies who will be perhaps the stars of the Olympics in 2008, which is in Beijing. That's a long time away, but for these young ladies, that's what they're tracked into. There are certain stars among the group, but who knows who will develop in those years to come. Jana Bieger is a good example. This young gymnast comes from excellent bloodlines. Her mother, a three-time Olympian for West Germany. That's correct, and she was second in the all-around recently at the Pacific Alliance Championships in Honolulu, and she's a very powerful gymnast, high start values on all of the apparatus, between a 9.8 and a 10.0 potential on every event. This is Ashley Priest. Yeah, she's out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Mary Lee Tracy is her coach there, and Mary Lee has coached many of the great American champions. She was third in the all-around at last year's competition at the Classic, and third in the Pacific Alliance as well. And this young woman credits as her role model Nadia Comaneci. This is Shaylee Worley. Yes, she's from Orlando, and she was fourth in the all-around at the recent Pacific Alliance competition. She is a very balanced gymnast, and she has enormous potential, and we're going to see some exciting gymnastics today from those young ladies, as well as a host of others. Bart, of course, the great American champion, is married to Ms. Comaneci, the great Romanian champion. We'll be telling you more about that and the great impact they both had on these young people as we progress with tonight's United States Classic from Rochester, New York. We'll be right back on CN8. The site is the Blue Cross Arena in Rochester, New York. You might know it better as the old War Memorial Arena in Rochester. It's the home to the Rochester Amerks and other indoor sports. But today we are watching the United States Gymnastics Championships and the events that we'll be watching: the vault, the uneven bars, the balance beam, and the floor exercise. And Shayla Worley is our first competitor on the floor. Wow, what an opening tumbling run. Arabian double front. She went out of bounds. She had a little too much power. That'll cost her right there. There's a 1/10 of a point for going outside the white boundaries. She's out of Orlando Metro Gymnastics. Her coach down there, Jeff Wood, said when she came into the gym a few years back, he said he realized this is one of perhaps the most talented kid he's ever had in his 25 years of coaching. She has the flexibility, the power, the technique, everything, the full package that it takes to be a world-class gymnast. And it's clear when you watch her, even though she may have a few execution deductions here and there, you can see that the potential's there. Look at that beautiful triple twist. And how to predict, she's just 14 years old and won't be eligible for this year's Olympic Games. We'll remind you of that throughout the juniors competition. But 4 years from now, she'll be 18. That's just about prime time. As a young child, she had a very lucrative career as a model. Down in Orlando, she did modeling for Disney and Universal Studios and other campaigns. And wow, what a finish. What a finish. What a way to start the show. With a broken back. She's just 13 years of age. And the athletes today that you're seeing are between 11 and 15. And
ineligible for the Olympics this year, but these surely could be the stars of the future. Look at this pike double back somersault at the end. Very high and nice technique, but then to finish it off with such flexibility is terrific.
Marvelous lines. Jana Bieger is our next competitor out of Coconut Creek, Florida. And Jana is one of the young athletes that we told you about in the Open. Her mother, a three-time Olympic competitor for West Germany.
Her mother is one of her coaches, Andrea Bieger, along with Tim and Tony Rand down at the American Twisters. She's just 14 years of age. She's already qualified to the U.S. Championships based on her performance at the American Classic, which was in Ontario, California a couple of months ago. So she's here just to tune up a little bit for the U.S. Championships in a couple of weeks and try a few new skills. And as her coach was telling me before, she's working on polish at this point. She has high level of difficulty on all the apparatus. She's very powerful, but they're just working on cleaning up her execution and style.
And I would imagine important then to do it in competition. Very different than practice time during the gym.
Generally, the meet starts a little slow like this because the judges are all getting used to each other and the scoring system. The first couple of scores tend to come out a little bit slow, and then the pace picks up once everybody gets into the rhythm of the routines here.
There's her salute and the signal that she's about to begin on the balance beam.
I mentioned the judges. We'll take a look at some of the things that the judges are looking for. They're looking, of course, for acrobatic type connections. Oh, a little sloppy there, but a very complicated move, a front flip with a half twist. And right off the bat, as I mentioned, you can see that she has plenty of difficulty and complex skills in her exercise. Oh, nice combination.
So she's attempting a relatively difficult routine here.
And she's trying to connect several of these complicated skills. That one move, front somersault, side somersault off of one knee is a new move for her. And look at, she just powers through these acrobatic connections.
On the beam, the women are allotted a finite time limit in order to complete their routine.
Basically, the routine takes about a minute and a half. And in addition to those acrobatic elements, of course, they have to show a full turn and different types of leaps, hops, and a nice double front somersault for a dismount. That's a complicated, highly difficult exercise. Not quite the polish and the clean execution that you'd like to see, but as her coach Tim Rand comments to her, that's what they're working on now, is polishing some of that incredible difficulty. This is tough to do. Punch from both feet and make two somersaults all the way around, and she does it nicely.
Jana Bieger, just 14 years old. It is literally a four-ring circus here. And Monica Soji, she is dynamite in one small package. Now on the uneven but parallel bars. You can see it's quite a stretch for her from one to the other.
Okay, release move. Oh, no.
Lost her momentum.
Broke her rhythm there. You can see their coach stepped in to spot her. Her coach, Kelly Hill, one of the legendary American coaches. Coach Dominique Dawes and Courtney Coupettes and many of the best gymnasts in the world. Oh, she almost went over on that handstand, but she saved it. That's one tough young lady.
Monica Soji of Gaithersburg, Maryland, and the Hill School there.
She was hoping that would go a little bit better, but that's what this meetup is all about, is gaining some valuable experience.